Hi, Linda Goodall here. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the buttonhole foot, and in another video we'll actually sew a buttonhole. So let's take a closer look. So here's the buttonhole foot. It's the A foot, and you'll have the A facing you so you can read it, and that's the front. This is where it's attached to the machine, so it just snaps on just like any other presser foot. Now we do have some markings here on the front, and those are used to line up with your fabric. So I've marked my fabric where I want my buttonhole. So this is going to be the front, it's going to stitch backwards, and it's going to go in a vertical direction. So when I get my presser foot on, I'm going to line up my fabric underneath there so that the lines match up. So the bottom line is going to match with the vertical line, and the two lines on the side are going to match with the horizontal, and that's where I'll start stitching. And I'll just stitch back and stitch forward and finish my buttonhole. So some other things to note are on the back we have these feed teeth, and you can hear if I run over that they're little ridges. It's like a little serrated edge, and it helps to guide the fabric through the machine. So it works in tandem with the feed dogs on your machine. Now, how does it know what size to make your buttonhole? Well, you're going to pull this part out back here. You're going to take your button and just place it in there and snap it into place, and that's how it knows. Now there's another part on the sewing machine that's going to come down and intersect with that, so that's another guide. But this is how it knows what size to make the button. Now let's say that your fabric is really thick or your button's really thick and you think you need just a teeny bit extra buttonhole space. Well, you can move this out just a notch, and if your button falls out, it's no big deal, because this is not a spring-loaded buttonhole foot, and I really like that. So it'll stay in place even if your button falls out during your sewing process. So I'll put the button back in, and we're ready to attach this to our machine. So we'll attach the foot just like any others. You're going to press the little black button on the back, take the other foot off, slide this one in. You might need to raise your presser foot a little bit higher, drop it down, bring it up, and the presser foot's installed. But to make a buttonhole, you'll need to lower this, and you'll just bring it down and make sure that it's behind this part right here. Now the cool thing is the machine is smart enough to know that if that is not down when you get ready to sew a buttonhole, it will give you a warning. So it'll beep at you, and it'll put a little message on the control panel where you can be reminded that you need to put that down. So that's all there is to installing the presser foot, and we'll get ready to sew a buttonhole next.